Hey guys, this is Mitchell from GameFront, back again with episode... I just hit my desk. Episode 2 of my video blog, and I figured I would use this episode to kind of just... I hate calling things episodes. I guess I would call it this part. This isn't a TV show. I would use this video to kind of give an update on all things GameFront, well, GameFront related to the YouTube channel. So this week, I was starting off doing Star Wars Old Republic. That's probably why you didn't see much out of me in the beginning of the week. I was basically leveling up. I was trying to get the Datacron locations. I got a video out for the Datacrons on Drumon Koss. I was trying to get them for Balmora, but turns out that the problem with getting those collectibles in a game like Star Wars The Old Republic is that a lot of those Datacrons are located in areas where the mobs will kick your ass if you don't have like a suitable, partner, or you aren't at a high enough level. So that ended up being a pretty big waste of time. I eventually convinced my my boss to let me start the Demon Souls walkthrough, which I've gotten, I think, 10 videos up for by now. So that's a lot of fun. I'm having a good time with that game. I can say that I'm not sure if it's because of my experience with Dark Souls before going into Demon Souls, but it feels a lot easier at the beginning of the game than Dark Souls did. I was getting my ass kicked repeatedly in Dark Souls at the beginning of the game. There were parts where I was stuck on just, getting through simple, encounters with normal bad guys. There are just so many of them in Dark Souls, but in Demon Souls, I haven't really gotten hung up on anything but bosses so far. But I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to play more of it, and yeah. I should move my hands up here. I wish my webcam was lower because I'm doing all these hand movements, but they're below my desk, so you can't even really tell what I'm doing. I could be like flipping you off. I could be doing thumbs up. I gotta go like, all right, no more of that. So let's see. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about was basically stuff that's in the future. January is such a slow month for video games. You have no idea what's coming out. Well, we got Amy, survival horror, PSN, Xbox Live arcade game. I think Zach's probably going to do that walkthrough. And then we got like Soul Calibur 5, which I'll probably end up trying to do some character guides for, similar to what I did for Mortal Kombat. And then we got the big one, Final Fantasy 13-2. That's gonna be an interesting project because James has never played Final Fantasy 13. Zach has never played Final Fantasy 13. I have played Final Fantasy 13. Never beat it. I tried my hardest to beat it. Not in a way that, the game was too difficult for me. It was just, once it got to that end, the end part of the game, I couldn't do it. I just got so bored. You have no idea. I don't... Alright, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that game. I might end up taking the walkthrough. I might try to get us to pass it over for stuff that's coming out in February, because February is gonna be a great month. That's when the Vita comes out. That's when I think what's that game called? Asura's Wrath is coming out. Oh my God, Asura's Wrath! I can't wait for that game. So yeah, February is gonna be a good month. January, not so much. I've been practicing my Soul Calibur skills. And when I say skills, I mean, I don't know what I mean. I'm not very good at that game. I try to be. I try to be. Let's see, what else? Man, wish you guys asked me questions. I don't have any questions to answer. I guess I'll talk about the projects that I've wrapped up. We wrapped up a lot of projects this week. We wrapped up Trine 2. We wrapped up Zelda. We wrapped up Gears of War, the DLC. We wrapped up, I think that's it. But yeah, let's talk about Zelda. I liked Zelda. Let me just say I liked Skyward Sword. Not one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. Basically, if you look on GameFront.com, if you read the review, my colleague Phil Hornshaw basically said that Skyward Sword is basically half spectacular and half like, a terrible game or something like that. I'm not quoting him exactly, but that was kind of the gist. I disagree with that statement, but I would reword it to say that Skyward Sword is half a spectacular game and half really, really annoying. There's some things about Skyward Sword that just they don't make sense to me, and they're bad. I understand that with Skyward Sword they try to mix up the Zelda formula, but the choices that they made a lot of the times were bad choices. There's way too much padding in the game, way too much going back to previous areas with slight changes. The trials, as intense as they were at times, like I would come to a trial and be like, oh my god, why do I have to do this? Not enough dungeons, like traditional dungeons. They have kind of these quasi-dungeon, quasi-open world, exploring sections, and they're just I missed the dungeons from like Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time, and the where you have to find small keys, you have to defeat mini bosses, use your items in a specific way to solve puzzle rooms, and obviously Skyward Sword did have those, and those were the best parts of the game, but there were far too few of them. And then what else? Oh, Fee! What happened there, guys? Twilight Princess had Midna. Midna was amazing in terms of being your shoulder angel that tells you what to do. And I understand that's a necessary component of a Zelda game. You need to have that kind of shoulder angel to tell you, what the hints are, where to go, all that kind of stuff. But Midna was like an engaging character. She had personality. She was interesting. She was funny. And then they go to Fee, and Fee is like a Microsoft Sam that just follows you on your shoulder and points out the obvious things that you already know. So Fee was a huge disappointment. Skyward Sword in general was not a disappointment. I think it lived up to the Zelda name. I think it had a lot of really annoying problems, none that were ever game-breaking, but they did bring down the experience that Skyward Sword did build upon. The combat in Skyward Sword, best it's ever been in a Zelda game. The Wii Motion Plus added a lot to enemy variety. I did have some problems stabbing, as you can see. The stabbing motion did not work very well for me, and I know you can't see me when I'm playing the game, but literally I'm just going, and it's not stabbing. It's not stabbing. It's not stabbing. Another thing I liked about the Zelda walkthrough was it gave me a chance to do some voice acting for it, because there's no actual voice acting, which is a rarity, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy doing that walkthrough.
You see, what I'm trying to say is that goddess-serving dog escaped with the girl. I must have the Spirit Maiden in order to resurrect my master. I must have her.
But yeah, so yeah, Zelda. Let's go with Trine now. Trine, I had no idea what Trine was until I didn't download the demo for Trine 2. I basically was exporting some videos. I had nothing to do. I downloaded the demo for Trine 2 because it came out. And I was playing through it single player, and I was like, oh my god, guys, this game is awesome. We need to do this 3-player. So I got my boss to approve a 3-player co-op walkthrough for Trine. And I think it turned out to be one of our best walkthroughs that we've done.
Protect us, James, with your shield. I got the shield. Oh, James! Hey, I didn't realize it was a one-shot kill with the... I got it. Ah, I'm dead. Oh. Go get Zach. Can we get arrows right there, Adam? Oh, I got you. Go get James. Whoa. The arrows aren't working? No, we gotta get James. It wasn't my fault. No!
You should, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out. I guarantee that you'll get some laughs out of it. The 3 of us together, it's alone, we're not very funny, with the exception of James. James is very funny no matter who he's with. But when you put all 3 of us together, I think something special happens. And yeah, looks like, wow, I've gone on way too long. So yeah, I'm going to put it into this video blog. Please, if you have questions, let me know so that I can address them in this video blog and not ramble on incoherently. I like to have direction in my video blogs, but if you have any questions about anything at all, post them in the comments, hit me up on Twitter. send us a message to the GameFront.com YouTube channel. And bye, guys.